Good evening. Traces of asbestos have been found in sandpits in a school on North Tyneside. 4 schools there have been carrying out testing on play sand, which has been recalled nationally by trading standards. Whitley Lodge First School in Whitley Bay closed their nursery on Monday to test the sand air, which came back positive for asbestos. Parents have been reassured that the risk to children is very low.
The advice that we've had from the UK Health Security Agency is that there's a very low level risk to children, and given the fact that it's low exposure, that future risk is potentially quite low. However, I think it is an area where there's a lack of robust research, because a lot of the research has been linked to high levels of exposure in industry. So we are taking a precautionary measure and making sure that all schools and all staff have really good, clear advice about how to record if they've had asbestos in their setting, to ensure that that's there for the future if anything else should develop.
A charity in North Yorkshire that supports survivors of sexual abuse has closed its waiting list just 2 weeks after it reopened. Survive provides counselling and psychotherapy to those who've experienced sexual violence. They say they received 14 weeks' worth of referrals in just 14 days and don't have funding to cope with such demand. A warning: you may find some of the details in Hayley Tomlinson's report distressing.
Without the therapy, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Before counselling, Jackie Lavelle was struggling to cope with the trauma she experienced in childhood. She was abused by a distant relative who's since died. Like many survivors of child abuse, it took years for Jackie to feel ready to talk.
I know they touched me. I know they touched me in ways that I did not want to be touched. And I know that impacted physically on my body in so many different ways. But then it happened again, you see, when I was 8, and then again when I was 11. And then the pattern was set.
The abuse began when Jackie was 2 years old. She was being looked after while her mum was giving birth to her brother. Although some memories are a blur, others are clear and lasting. Only specialist trauma therapy provided by York charity Survive has helped her process the harrowing thoughts.
The conference that we had yesterday at the University of York actually showed that our services really work to reduce trauma symptoms and psychological distress.
The charity provides support for survivors of sexual violence, mainly adults who were abused as children. However, for the second time in a year, the Survive waiting list has closed to new referrals after receiving 14 weeks worth of applications in 14 days. Currently, funding comes from the Ministry of Justice and the York Combined Authority.
I hear from lots of public health commissioners, for example, that, what they want to do is they want to, reduce anxiety, depression, suicidality. I've got all the data and all the evidence that says that these are the things that overlap with sexual trauma. So if you fund your sexual trauma service, you will probably enable people to have those happier and healthier lives.
The Ministry of Justice says, in December last year, we launched the largest crackdown on violence against women and girls in British history. As part of this, the government is investing £550 million over the next 3 years in specialist victim and witness services.
My good girl.
Jackie is hoping for more counselling in the future and firmly believes every survivor of sexual abuse has the right to effective therapies to process trauma. Heidi Tomlinson, BBC Look North.
And if you've been affected by sexual abuse or violence, details of help and support are available. The details on screen now. An annual crackdown on antisocial behaviour along the North Tyneside coast is underway. Large gatherings like this one on the area's beaches can sometimes lead to disorder, littering and nuisance behaviour. Northumbria Police are working with the council and fire service with a number of measures already in place. A football club in West Cumbria now has more than 200 girls playing for it, the highest number in the county. Whitehaven AFC has seen a surge in girls wanting to play the game. The club has been praised for its inclusive approach to developing local talents.
When we first started, it was like pulling teeth, trying to get girls to come in. You were competing with swimming, horse riding, gymnastics, dancing, everything, and them are still out there, but we now are beating girls off because they want to come in. They see this is a real great opportunity to play.
Now, this year marks the centenary of Kielder Forest. Spread across 250 square miles of Northumberland and Cumbria, it's England's largest forest and was created amid fears that the UK was running out of trees. As well as supplying 500,000 tonnes of timber every year, Kielder is also a haven for wildlife.
Kielder Forest is classed as a red squirrel stronghold. It's estimated to hold half of England's populations of red squirrels here. We have other iconic species here as well. So we have ospreys. Currently, there's 7 pairs of ospreys sitting on eggs at the moment. The forest fledged 136 chicks since they started to return here.
Looks nice up at Kielder, doesn't it? Let's take a look at the weather forecast now. Here's Paul Mooney.
Good evening. After another day of sunny spells and torrential thundery downpours, there'll be a few showers over the next couple of days, but there'll be fewer and further between. It does stay on the cool side. Still 1 or 2 showers around at first tonight. Most of those will clear to leave it dry with lengthy clear periods overnight. Temperatures like the last couple of nights dropping down to 2 or 3 Celsius quite widely. 1 or 2 spots again could just about see a touch of frost. Chilly start tomorrow, a dry start, plenty of sunshine through the morning, bits and pieces of cloud filling in as we head towards and into the afternoon, and a few showers popping up, but fewer and further between than we've had over the last couple of days, and lighter as well. Similar temperatures up to 12 Celsius and that northwesterly breeze. Into the weekend, temperatures slowly creeping up a degree or so day by day.
Thanks, Paul, and thank you for watching. Steph Cleesby is here with the next update during BBC Breakfast. Bye for now.